Energized show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new episode of Energized. Ross, introduce the guest, man.
We have one half of the Cage Warriors World Flyweight title fight. It's Luke, the Apocalypse Shanks. Luke, how are you doing, man?
Hey, brilliant, man. Yourselves?
Brilliant, man. Can't
Doing
complain.
great,
Have to ask from the start, where did the Apocalypse come from? What a nickname.
Yeah, I was actually the first time I was actually called the Honey Badger, as because I was just a little fearless animal. But yeah, I'd seen too many fight shows and there was too many of them. So yeah, I just thought, what's better than that? Something world ending. So yeah, it's the Apocalypse, and then
also, and also, yeah, also where the mask fit into this as well, because that's actually a great thing as well. That a Cage Warriors actually like really push people to do.
Yeah. So well, I'd done it once before, but I was fighting in Cardiff, Wales against a Welsh guy, and it was on a Jack Shaw card, so it was a big Welsh crowd, and it was quite funny. I had my had my entrance first, so I'm walking out, and I hear all the boos before I even start walking. And then when they see the mask, they're all looking around like, "What the fuck?" And it silenced all the boos anyway. It's quite funny, really.
It definitely adds that intimidation factor, Baz, doesn't it?
Yeah, or else he's either really, really good looking or really, really ugly. It's one or the other, isn't it? But as we can see, with the mask off, absolute heartthrob, Luke.
I wouldn't go
Yeah.
that far, but thank you.
So, Luke, you're going to try and reclaim the flyweight gold at Cage Warriors. How does it feel to be back in that position to fight for the belt? And you've earned it as well with the tournament style as well, which is always good to see.
Yeah. To be honest, I knew I was gonna get it again. Like me and Sam are the only ones that have been active throughout this whole thing. You know, we've done like 5, 6 back-to-back camps. So I was the only one I missed was ones where I had 2 pull-outs. But apart from that, yeah, we've been like in every single one that we can. We're the both 2 guys that won it the most. So yeah.
And Luke, correct me if I'm wrong, but yourself and Sam have trained together a couple of times before. Is that right?
Yeah. He was in Leighton Buzzard and I was in Northampton. There was about 50-minute gap, so we were going to their place, they were coming to ours, and yeah, I mean it's only 5, 6 times across the course of time, but no, we got good friends. So yeah, it was like I never like picked him to get it, but I kind of knew if I hadn't have messed up on the title defense, I knew this was going to happen. Now we both want it, so it's just one of them things. You just put things aside, don't you? And we both want the same thing.
And how'd you go about doing that, Luke? Because like obviously, like I wouldn't really know. Me and Ross have had a few spars a few times, you know, after a few drinks. But like, what's actually like training with someone and knowing you could like you start to like them and like as a friend, obviously, and then like you could be eventually facing each other in the future. How's that sort of go about?
I don't know. I know him and Hadley had a kind of friends thing going on where when they'd speak about each other, they'd be like, "Oh, I train with him. We're friends," sort of thing. But when I was asked about him back in the day when I was still sparring with him, I was like, "Yeah, he's a great guy. It's just a sport, man. I'll fight anyone," and that was always my answer. But now it's come and the time's getting a bit closer. I'm thinking, man, it's not just a sport. Like we're going to be taking each other's heads off. So at first I weren't. It's just another fight. But now it's like it is an opponent that you're planning on hurting. So it is a weird thing. But I know it will be cool afterwards, regardless of the outcome. You know. So
yeah, Ross, what you make of that now? Like just 2 lads chasing the dream, really, like, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I suppose, you know what I mean? as a sporting individual, you have hopes, you have dreams, you know, you have stuff you want to attain, and you know, obviously the Cage Warriors flyweight title is something you've been there before, and you want to get back to the mountaintop in Cage Warriors. And sometimes you have to go through people you might like. Sometimes you get to fight people who you don't like, which is probably a bit easier. But at the end of the day, there's only one gold belt, and you know that's what you have to do for it. Like, put it this way, I'm sure, you know, it's obviously not quite the same, but you know, when you're playing football, like when Man City were playing Chelsea in the Champions League final, like I'm sure, you know, there was, I know Mason Mount was on one team and Phil Foden was on the other team, and then they went off and they played for England together. You know what I mean? Like, you sort of have to get on with it. So sometimes that's what it takes.
It is a little different when you're trying to kill each other, but
yeah, definitely.
a little different.
A little bit different than kicking a ball, but yeah. Luke, what brought you up to higher level MMA up in Scotland? Obviously, come from Northamptonshire.
Basically, I just needed a change. You know, when you go into the same gym day in, day out, same place, I wanted to travel around, and I looked outside the UK. I actually booked a visa to America and Thailand, and then I was thinking, I want to stay closer to my family, and traveled around a few gyms, high level, had some accommodation, and that was my main pick anyway, really, because I thought Scotland, beautiful place to go see, you know, outside training in my hometown. I'd already, you know, it's like when you're in your hometown, you're walking around and everything's the same. You might get a few nice views, but it's not the same. Just just wanted to travel really, as well. So.
And do you think
I
you
think,
have probably maybe less distractions up there, and you were fully focused on MMA up there because you knew less people? There was less hanging out with your mates and sort of thing, so it was just fully focused on your training camps.
yeah, that's it. I spent 12 weeks living in the gym there before the Fadim fight, and yeah, exactly. And I stayed there so I could go back see my grandparents, my parents. It was a bit harder during lockdown, but yeah, still don't regret any decisions. You know, I'm really happy here, and yeah, really like the place as well. So it's good.
Yeah, I was just going to say there's some great bodies up there as well. You know, you have Scotty Malone, Stevie McIntosh, you know, Stevie Ray, Ireland's own Dylan Tuke up there. What is it like to train with those guys? And how much of a lunatic is Dylan Tuke?
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. I was the mad one before, but now Tuke's he's the mad guy. Yeah, he's brilliant, man. There's always a good atmosphere when Nuke's in the building. It's full of energy all the time.
Yeah, shout out Dale.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, Barry, were you going to say something there?
No, it's just that when you hear that people like Luke, and then we were talking to Shaban during the week saying that like they're actually there living in the gym, like this, like it really touches you some sort of way. Like, you know, I mean, just knowing that, like, the way even we're putting these shows together, trying to like give as much promotion for the events itself. Like, I just love everything about it. That's what I was just going to put in and say.
No, that's obviously, you know, you want to see that level of dedication, especially when, you know, someone like Luke's going for the world title shot. Luke, would you consider yourself a representative of English martial arts, or would you, you know, have Scotland adopted you yet, or are they trying to adopt you? When you reach the UFC, will the Scottish fans been like, no, he's one of ours?
I don't know yet, man. I don't know, but it's one of them weird subjects where you see if I want to walk out with either flag, um, or even the Union Jack. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people do. So I'll just stay. I'll just stay under the radar. But as I get announced, it's from Northampton, England, via Bathgate in Scotland, and I'm quite happy with that because I like to represent both for sure.
Yeah.
No,
let's look at this weekend, Ross. Right, like obviously there's gonna be fans back in the arena. Like yourself and Sam are headlining these Saturday nights. So we have Thursday night of action, Friday night of action, Saturday night action. All will be on UFC Fight Pass, and we'll be promoting it all the way through as well, which we can't wait to do. But like Luke, there's going to be fans in the arena Saturday night, and you're headlining like the big show, and like this is all going to be, you're the cherry on top. Like, how do you feel now going in and just knowing that like the like the night ends with your performance.
Yeah, that's it. I'm really happy we've been put on the Saturday night as the main event because it just shows that respecting the flyweights because obviously the smaller guys they don't get much in
Not
the
as much
way.
love as they should get.
No, that's it. And all the wages wise, it's always a bit lower than other divisions most of the time round. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. And yeah, we'll put on a show, man. So yeah.
Yeah, and your call, iconic venue. What's going to be like fighting with the fans back in the arena? Does that make you more amped? Will you feed off their energy?
Yeah, me and you cool got a love hate sort of thing going on because I took a fight on a few days' notice on Bama to get a contract, cut an awful amount of weight real early. This was my uh first loss, so both my losses have come in the York call, and yeah, remember uh after I come out of that fight. I know it was the weight cut a bit, but with all his fans looking down on you from a bird's eye view, I was like, I don't ever want to go in this arena ever again. And then, of course, the Hadley one was in there too, and I'm thinking, oh man, this is deja vu. So the third time against Le Bond, I'm like, oh my god, everything went wrong leading up to that fight. I ended up getting a flu, puking before I go out. Oh, it was bad. So I was just thinking, man, well, it was more of a virus than a flu. It was like a stomach thing, and I was just like, everything's against me here, but what can you do? Run away. So I just went in there, done what I had to do, and got the win. I got a bit pieced up more than what I wanted to, and I know I could have done better, but still got the job done, and we're here, ready for the next one.
In fairness, it was an absolute war, that Le Bon fight. It was an epic scrap, and I'm looking forward to this next one. One thing I will ask is, obviously you have that 5 round experience. I don't think Sam does have that 5 round experience. Do you think that will be an advantage for you going into this fight?
I think so. Yeah, he seems to be really good over 3 rounds, and then because he's never got into the fourth or fifth, I don't think. Because obviously he's just had those two mistakes that everyone knows about, and he talks about it. He seems to have got over it, but I don't know what would happen later on in the fourth and fifth. Like he didn't really get tested in his last one cardio wise. He won that pretty easily. So yeah, we'll have to see, but I think it will be around 2 or 3. I think. Uh, yeah.
And do you
So
think you'll stop him on the feet, or do you think it'll be on the ground?
I don't know, man. I think it'll be on the feet, but I plan to mix it up as well. So we'll see where it goes. I think it will be right back and forth. Really good fight anyway.
That's 100% what I'm expecting, Ross. Like a
Yeah,
back
but
and
if
forth.
it if it goes anything like his last fight, it will go everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's why you cannot miss this the fight this no sorry that like I could just picture the back and forth. Like that's definitely what's happening, so that's why you cannot miss it. Shanks versus Creasy on Cage Warriors 129 on Saturday the 2nd of October. Sorry, excuse me, Luke. We're gonna just wrap things up. We want to, if you have any sponsors or anyone you want to shout out, like now's the time to give them a shout out. But
Yeah, brilliant, man. Yeah. It Gel CBD. They sell my Apocalypse CBD, and yeah, best guys on the market. And I got yeah, Back to Balance Bathgate, MD Fencing Contractors, ACR Cleaning, Cal's Meal Prep, and yeah, endangered fightwear. So yeah, thanks for that, guys. And yeah, you're definitely leading the media in the UK and Ireland now. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing, my man.
We do
thank
our
you very
best,
much.
Luke
Thank you
Shanks.
very much.
We do our best. And Luke, just one last question for myself. Do you think win of the Cage Warriors flyweight title here will punch that ticket to the UFC? Could this be the last time we see Luke Shanks in the Cage Warriors cage?
depending on the performance, yeah. I mean, I know I'm gonna win, but that was the thing with Hadley. They wanted to see a finish, and in fairness, it was a bit of a boring fight, so he didn't get his instant ticket. So I'm hoping for an exciting fight, nice finish, and I think that'll give me the ticket. Yeah, but it depends how you perform. Obviously you want to play it safe, but yeah, I think I'm gonna get a nice, real nice finish. So I think if I get the title, and then yeah, I think that's me.
I
Appreciate
love
the
it, Luke.
honesty.
Appreciate it. We
Very
do
honest.
appreciate the honesty here. We do.
I do like that bantamweight title as well, though. I like that fight and matchup. So I might
Oh,
go for
champ.
maybe we'll see how things
And
go.
Luke, who do you think wins that bantamweight title fight?
So tough, man. It's your average grappler versus striker. I think Fletcher being the great grappler, and yeah, Wooden on the feet. So I don't know, but that'll be a brilliant fight too.
Who would you rather fight?
Both.
I don't know. We'll see how this one pans out, and then I'll pick. But
Okay.
they're both got they're both good guys, man. They're both on. I put them on the same either or.
Okay, and
Two great lads.
we'll ask for the other title fight prediction then. What about Hughes versus Charrier? Because I don't think you're going up to the featherweight.
Yeah, no, I'm not going up there. Jordan,
Champ.
mate, he's a big boy now.
Yeah.
I used to spar right with Jordan. Now he's too big and strong. Yeah, I think Paul Hughes could do it, but
that's what we were looking for, Luke. That's what we were looking for.
It's no easy fight. So if he does it, he's legit, man, and he's coming. And a rematch with either of them guys for Jordan will just be a brilliant fight. So yeah.
Yeah, I think Hughes versus Vucenic needs to happen over 5 rounds. Need to see that rematch.
Yeah, that would be that'd be a brilliant fight, man.
Yeah, I'm waiting for round 4 to kick off.
Yeah, well, that's like everything starts on Thursday. Friday is on as well. Saturday night, 3 nights of action, 3 title fights, like just 3 nights of expect serious action. And like for the people that tune in, thanks a million for tuning in. We also had Paul Hughes on the show on the build up as well. We had the face off with Dominic Wooding and Nathan Fletcher as well, and now we have Mr. Luke Shanks here. So Luke, thanks a million for coming on the show. Ross, anything to say before we wrap things up, bud?
No, guys, if you have liked and enjoyed the show, make sure to give it a like, leave a comment down in the section. Let us know who you think's going to win between Luke Shanks and Sam Creasy for the flyweight title on Cage Warriors 129.
Yes.
Brilliant. Thank God I got that right. And make sure to subscribe to the Energized show because it really helps us and it really helps the fighters as well by giving them a larger platform to introduce you guys to them. So, guys, thanks a million. And as always, stay energized.
Energized show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.